on radio, on YouTube, and on your smartphone. This is Tutor Speaks. We invite all listeners to tune into I-95.5 every Thursday morning at approximately 7:25 for Tutor Speaks, a program which highlights local, regional, and international issues affecting the education sector. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tutor Speaks. I'm your presenter, Barry Joel Desain. Following last week's segment on artificial intelligence and education, a related story will be presented in today's segment. It is the story of bold promises, uneven progress, and the quest for equitable education. Spanning over a decade and involving successive governments, it is the tale of the failed ambition to bring e-books into our schools. This story starts in 2010 when the UNC-led government launched a pioneering initiative called the eConnect and Learn or eCal program. Promising to provide laptops to all Form 1 students, eCal was essentially a pledge to modernize classrooms and bridge the digital divide. The goal was to empower students with 21st century skills and level the playing field for low-income families. The program aimed to introduce e-books as a modernized alternative to traditional textbooks. With over 95,000 laptops distributed to students and an additional 4,000 allocated to schools, eCal sparked hope for a tech-driven education revolution. However, several challenges emerged. Teachers were not adequately trained to use technology in the classroom, rural schools struggled with spotty internet, and some students were reportedly using their laptops for video games and other non-educational purposes. While research shows that the program successfully boosted ICT skills, it also exposed systemic inequalities, especially for students in rural communities which lacked reliable internet connectivity. Nevertheless, the eCal program was aligned with UNESCO's vision for inclusive quality education and laid the groundwork for future technological reforms in education. The e-book story continues after the current PNM administration took office in 2015. The new administration shifted the focus by essentially ending the laptop distribution program, citing cost and implementation inefficiencies. Rather than direct device distribution, focus was placed on long-term digital transformation. As a result, the idea of using e-books in schools remained somewhat dormant for a few years while the Ministry of Education began upgrading ICT infrastructure and promoting digital literacy among students and educators. However, with the COVID-19 pandemic forcing online classes from September 2020, the government reignited the e-book vision a year later. In March 2023, the Ministry of Education unveiled its Digital Transformation Policy 2023 to 2027. Centered on fostering globally competitive citizens, the policy is a sweeping plan targeting 13 projects, among which is the renewed drive to distribute devices to students and the provision of an e-book platform. Referring to this policy as a student-centric paradigm shift, 63,000 devices were since reportedly distributed to students, 224 schools received upgraded Wi-Fi services, and the government promised to launch a national e-book platform by June 2025. To us in the education sector, this promise is déjà vu. Not only have we heard this before, but our skepticism also stems from several ongoing challenges. Firstly, infrastructure. Just last year, parents protested unsafe conditions at Mount Hope Secondary and St. George's College, a stark reminder that technology cannot thrive in broken classrooms. Secondly, equity gaps continue to persist. Although several underserved schools gained Wi-Fi services in the last few years, many students in rural communities still face communication challenges and resource barriers. Thirdly, implementation delays. While the UNC's eCal program saw mixed results due to rushed implementation, the current administration's promise of an e-book platform hinges on a special purpose loan for repairs for which details remain vague. Lastly, health concerns regarding screen time, especially in young students, are emerging in countries that have been using ebooks for years. Tutor recently highlighted this concern in our weekly newspaper column. In closing, when the ebook story began in 2010, Trinidad and Tobago dreamt of digital classrooms. Today, that dream is closer, but the next chapter is yet to be written. As we count down to June 2025, we must hold the government accountable for promises made, not just for rolling out ebooks, but for building resilient schools, training teachers, providing necessary resources, and bridging the digital divide. Technology has the potential to transform our society, but only if it is paired with trust, equity, and vision. You have been listening to Tutor Speaks. To contact us, please dial 610-3850. That's 610-3850. Or you may email our president at president@tutor.org. That's president@tuta.org. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel where recordings of interviews, events, and other materials are uploaded regularly. Like us by giving a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe.